everyone, it's Lydia here at Lydia's Leisurely Stitching. Today is Sunday, June 5th, and welcome to my 28th Flosstube video. I'm super excited to be with you guys today. I've got a lot to share. I've got a new start, a couple of sals I want to tell you about, 3 whips, a finish, some haul, and Stichcon is coming. So it's a lot to get into today. My last video was a vlog, and I hope you enjoyed it. It was fun to make, and it's definitely easier on me because I just film as I go, but I didn't really like how shaky the video was, so I'm back today for a regular Flosstube video. Let's see, in the past month, I did an escape room last night, and let's see, I visited my family some. Can't really think of anything else big that's been happening. So yeah, let's just get into it. How about we start with my finish? This is Taking It Easy. Let's put this over here on this other side of the board. There we go. And this is by Silver Creek Samplers, and I stitched it on 32 count lugana from Fabric Flare. It's called Waxing Moon. A kind of like beigey, slightly mottled, reminds me of the beach. I brightened up a couple of the colors, and I started this when I went to the Maldives for a once-in-a-lifetime vacation earlier this year. In total, it took me 21 stitching days to do this, and I just love how it turned out. I need to take this to get it framed. So yeah, that's my finish. Super happy with it. There's just so much to talk about. I don't really know where to go from here. So I've been working on my whips, and I only had 3 whips, which is okay, but 2 of them are Christmas whips, and so I'm not quite feeling them 100%. So I decided I need a new start for Stichcon. And so I decided I'm going to work on the Saltwater Scrapbook. It's a collaboration with Lindy Stitches and the Blue Flower. And I want to do this, I'm starting it for Stichcon, so I reached out on Instagram and I said, hey, does anybody else want to start this with me? And Joni Loves Stitching said that she would start it with me. She's going to weekend B and I'm going to weekend A, so we're just going to start it whenever she gets the patterns. I don't know about her. I'm assuming that she's going to do all 9 of them, but I have a spot in my living room that has a little cross stitch in it, and it's in between 2 windows, and that cross stitch piece fits perfectly there, but it's this big and the windows are this big, so I need something long and skinny to fill up the rest of that space. And so since this is beach themed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch 5 of these. Hopefully you can't hear that. My dryer's going off and it has a ridiculously long song it sings. So I'm going to stitch 5 of these, and I'm going to stitch them top to bottom. So starting in the top, I'm going to stitch these seagulls. Whoops, sorry. I'm going to stitch these seagulls up in the air. I'm going to stitch this pirate and the octopus on the sandcastle. And then going into the water, I'm going to stitch the hammerhead shark, the fish, and the fishing hooks. And then on the bottom of the ocean is this squid with the anchor. So I'm going to stitch those 5. And I'm really excited for it. I found the perfect piece of fabric, and I should have brought it with me. I forgot, but it looks just like blue ocean water. So I'm really excited to start that. Hopefully Joni gets hers soon so we can start it and I can take it with me to Stichcon. Yay! Since I haven't started this yet, I did go ahead and start something else, and that would be the Prairie Fairies by the Prairie Schooler. And again, I've decided to stitch just 4 of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the blackbird, and then facing the blackbird is going to be the bunny. Underneath the blackbird is the snail, and then facing the snail is the frog. I was just a little confused because I'm looking at it backwards, and I was like, uh-oh, did I stitch this? I started with the frog, and I was like, did I stitch this on the wrong side of the fabric? But no, he's facing the right way. So let me show you my progress on the frog fairy. Here it is. It's so cute. So this little fairy is riding the frog. Again, I changed up some of the colors. Their frog is brown. He's like 6'10", 6'12", which to me is just brown. It's not like greenish brown. And I know frogs can be different colors, but I feel like this frog fairy should be riding a green frog. So I'm stitching him with, I believe it's 934. It's a nice dark green, but I do think it has a little brown tone to it, and I am giving him the tan chin, I guess you could call it. So yeah, this is just one day of stitching, and I am stitching this on 32 count fabric flare waxing moon. This is the offcut of the piece that I did taking it easy on. And I left space on here, kind of gridded it out for the other 3 fairies so that I can frame them all as one big piece instead of 4 little pieces. So that's my new start. Oh, I forgot to tell you, if anyone else wants to stitch this with me, feel free to start whenever you're ready, and you can share on Instagram with the hashtag Saltwater Scrapbook Sal. And I really hope that you guys join with me. I'd love to see everyone's progress, see what kind of different fabrics everyone chooses to do it on. Okay, moving on to whips. So the first whip I have is Caroling by Mill Hill. It's a buttons and beads kit. Let me get my little board back up. Sorry, it fell down and attacked you guys earlier. Okay, here it is, Caroling by Mill Hill. The last time you saw this, I had just started working on this man. So I've finished the man. I believe I've finished all the stitching on this boy. I just have one more caroler to go. And I've done a lot of work in the snow. One day I was feeling a little adventurous, and so I put in these beads. And there's a couple of them up in the tree too. It was cool to do beading. It was my first time doing beading, so it was a nice little taste of what's to come. Now, I saw on Dawn Marie from DM's Crafty Vortex that she got one of the Christmas Village buttons and beads Mill Hill kits as well. And so I reached out to her and asked her if she would like to do a Sal with me. And she said yes. And so we're going to start hashtag Mill Hill Christmas Village Sal on July 25th for Christmas in July. And then hopefully that'll give us enough time to finish the Mill Hill kit before Christmas. So I need your help. I have 4 of them that I haven't started. And I need help choosing which one. So Dawn Marie, if you're watching, let me know which one you think I should start. Everybody else, feel free to chime in too. And if you want to start, feel free to join us. More the merrier. Okay, so the first one I have is the General Store. I also have the bookseller, the toy store, and the tree farm. So something interesting is that the caroling, it's not one big building. So I feel like there are more color changes in it because there's all of the little buildings. It's on my lap. There's all the little buildings in the background, and that's a lot of color changes. And then each person has their own color scheme. So you use just a few stitches for each color at a time. Whereas with one of these, particularly with like the buildings, the toy store, I think I would get to use more of the same color and they'd go a little faster. The tree farm, not so much. So this one might be more like the caroling, whereas one of these building-based ones might be a little easier. So let me know which one you think I should start first for Christmas in July. And sorry, I'm dropping things everywhere today. Okay, so that's whip 1, or whip 2 if you count when you start as a whip. And then the next one is Victorian Christmas Eve by Cross Stitch Arts, and this is a full coverage piece. Here's where I'm at. So since you've last seen it, I've worked down in some of the ground, moving the ground over, and I've done a lot of work on this man filling out his overcoat. I think it looks really good, and I'm excited to see it progressing. I believe I'm at 9%, so it's exciting to be almost 10% of the way through the project. And this piece is charted in Anchor and has a DMC conversion. Some of the colors in the ground have 2 Anchor colors, but are both converted to the same DMC color. So the last time I was at Joann's, I picked up those 2 colors. This is 1034 and 920 in Anchor. And it's interesting to me because not really showing up too different on the camera, but I can definitely tell a difference between the 2 colors. This one's a little lighter, kind of more grayish and a little bit green. This one's more of an aqua kind of blue. So it's interesting to me that they were converted to the same DMC color. So I'm going to give these a try. I haven't used them yet, and see how much of a difference it makes in the ground of the snow cover. And then, finally, my last whip to share with you is A Place of Her Own, charted by Heaven Earth Designs, artwork by James Christensen, and it's stitched on 18 count sand aida 2/1 full crosses. I have to fold it up because it is too big to show all at once. So I've been working on this bottom area. I've been working top down, so this isn't the bottom. The bottom will be down here where the gridding stops. But I've been working in this stack of books. And last time you saw it, since then I've filled in some of this red book and a lot of this. I was probably about here last time you saw it. Kind of disappointing numbers for May. I only did about 1,500 stitches. So far in June, I've done 1,100 stitches. So about 2,000 to 3,000 stitches added since you last saw it. I'm really pleased with how the stack of books is coming out. They're really starting to take shape and look more like books rather than just blobs. So there's that. It's looking really good. And then finally, I have a little bit of haul to share with you. I was watching Colette, the highway stitcher, and she was stitching the Prairie Life sampler. And I had to like pause the video and go and purchase this. And then I came back the next day and continued watching her video, and she was talking about how she was kind of getting burned out on the giant trees. I purchased this, I'm not a sampler person. I purchased this for the house in the woods. And it's also got a little quilt on the line, and there's a bear over here. So my plan is just to stitch that little vignette. I grew up on 9 acres of woods surrounded by farmland that my uncle owned, and so I'm kind of a woodsy person. So this vignette feels very comfortable to me, so I'm excited to stitch that. I also saw Flosstabilities, and I love her channel. She has so many great projects. I haven't watched her latest video, but it has Hello Summer. I think, who is Hello Summer by? I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's Madame Chantilly. That's like the cover photo of Flosstability's latest video, and I love that piece, and I really need to stitch it. But I saw her finish a couple of months ago this one. It is, I think it's called Victorian Charm, yeah. Victorian Charm by Dimensions. And it comes with this dark blue 18 count aida. When I got it, it was super stiff, and I was like, I can never stitch on this, it's too stiff. But I gave it a wash and kind of washed some of the starch out, and it's much softer now, so I think I'll definitely be able to use it, and I'm excited to have this. It's a little different than my usual type of project, but I've seen lots of people finish this, and it's just so beautiful. I don't know what it is about it. One thing I do like is the cat in the window and the cat on the stairs, because I'm a cat person. So that's all I have to show you right now. I've also finished my small for the Smalls Exchange at Stichcon. I've recorded a little video of that, but I'm going to wait to upload that until after Stichcon so I don't spoil the surprise for anyone that wants to be surprised. I really sped through this video, but it was good to spend some time hanging out with you all. Leave me a comment and let me know which piece you think that I should start for the hashtag Mill Hill Christmas Village Sal, and if you'd like to join in, or if you'd like to join in with the hashtag Seaside Scrapbook Sal. I'd really like to have, you know, people that I can talk to about the pieces as we're stitching them together. It's a good way to build community. So I hope you all have a great month, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.